So is that the original muffler that was on it?
Yeah. I thought it was a glass pack, so I didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
And then I looked down in it, and it's not. It's actual real muffler. It's got baffles and everything.
Okay.
So I'll go clean this up. Now that flex pipe will fit right down on that collar. I'll buff that up clean again.
Okay.
Clean this up. Yep. You're back.
Run it through on the grinder.
Grinder buffer.
We are working on our generator today. He has finished running the electrical line, or Romex, over to the electric box. So now we're worked up for like our 30 or 40 feet of electrical line, and we are working on the exhaust system for it. So we don't want those nasty fumes being here in the shop, and we don't want a lot of noise either in the shop or out. So a lot of consideration has gone into this for future plans. We had first thought we would run it out of the back of the shop, but it kind of interferes with the pallet shelving and where I'm currently storing my maple syrup stuff when it's not in use. Because we don't have a sugar shack built yet, we have an old 12-foot evaporator in storage up here and my stack for my smaller evaporator. So we had decided that at some point we want to put a lean-to off the front of this building. But if we go up 10 feet, up here, into this section of the shop, any lean-to would be added on here at these cross members, so we can have that clearance and put in some elbows. So he did a parts run the other day, and we were able to go to Auto Value, and they were able to get him these elbows. This is a 90-degree elbow, and these were about $12 a piece. They got him in for him. He picked up 4. He figured it would either take 2 or 4 for the project, so he got 4 so that he wouldn't have to make another run back. This is going to be our stack outside, and he got a rain cap for it. This is a 10-foot section, and it's by the foot of actual exhaust pipe. And he said this was from, I think, Auto Value also. I think this is a braided stainless steel. He said he wasn't sure, but it sure looks like the same braided stainless steel that are on like plumbing pipes these days. So this is going to get welded on top of the muffler. And he's got some truck style stainless steel exhaust clamps. And he said this will go on really good because it won't cause compression where he's joining the 2 pipes, so that later on if he needs to change it, move it to another building, whatever he wants, then he doesn't have to cut it apart, and then he can just undo those. It won't cause crimping of the 2 pipes, so a good way to go. He needed something at O'Reilly's, so he went there and he picked up the exact same pipe, see that, for $6 a piece instead of $12 a piece. And every dollar counts. So we're gonna keep the ones from O'Reilly's and send back the ones to Auto Value. We're not on a big electrical conglomerate or company like DTE or Consumers Energy. We've got a small co-op that provides electricity to a lot of regions of Michigan. Our phones, the emails, the Weather Channel apps, the news forecast, they all advised severe high winds for yesterday. And we thought if we lose power, we've got 2 freezers going, we've got the kids, we've got the shop, we've got so many things going. And the Detroit diesel generator gives us enough power to run the welders, run the freezers, run the dryer. So this is a project that keeps getting interrupted, and we wanted to get to working on it. And we've got the little generator if we were to lose power yesterday. And fortunately, our electric is a good source, but we also pay more for electricity than we ever have in our lives. So this may end up being a future off-grid source of power for the entire farm. I know a lot of people say diesel's expensive and things like that, but you just wouldn't believe what we pay for electricity. And, you know, $300 and $400 electric bills are no fun. We're always all about saving. We're all about doing work on our own. And this is always going to get us one step closer to independence and maybe be off-grid if we want to. At one point, I looked at solar panels and the backup batteries, the battery storage banks, and it's just an incredible investment that I just can't swallow at this point. We have so many other things that we're doing, and you know, when you get a farm like ours, you've got buildings, and we wanted to get right into animals. We didn't want to wait 10 years to actually start farming. So lots of good things going on here. Let me show you what he's mocking up behind me. Hey, what you got there?
Cut that off a little shorter, buffed it all up, cleaned it up. So now that'll fit right down on that collar, and I'll weld that to that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, we could always just chop that off later. If the muffler goes bad or this goes bad, I can chop them back apart and reuse one or the other like we normally do.
Uh-huh.
Then I'll run this into that 10-foot length of pipe all the way up into the peak. We're putting it above the sidewalls into that peak because if we add a lean-to off this part of the building, then the exhaust won't have to be messed with because it'll be above where you tie, you know, your 14-foot walls or whatever they are. You're coming like this with your rafters for your, and then the pipe will come out above that and up. So that's why I want it out. There's a spot to put it out through there. It's really close to the overhang, and then you only have above that header because the door opens right here. So we couldn't really use that wall. You know, if you use that, I don't want to run it through the roof, of course.
Right.
Trying to match up a rubber gasket with this corrugated.
Yeah.
So I was either going to run it the other way, because this building's 30 foot, and then you're buying 3 lengths of pipe. It's like $3 a foot, 2.5 inch pipe. So this way I can do it with 1 length, get it out and up, and put a rain cap on it, and we won't hear it.
Okay.
It's a long ways from the house out
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the thing too with, you know, going out, if we were to go out the front or south wall, it would have sound or possibly fumes going the rest of the way up the driveway and towards the front of this, and the kids are quite often up there, so we don't want to smell that exhaust and breathe any fumes. Bad. All right, we're going to work on this some more, and I'll show you as it progresses.
Like that.
So does that sit on a gasket or just bolt right on the flange?
Yeah, there's a soft gasket that'll help too.
Okay.
And then,
So why do we put a flex in it?
because this is vibrating and there's wind like right now, I just didn't want it totally rigid.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put that
Okay.
flex in there. For as cheap as they are, it's only like $20.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, I just wanted to have a little bit of movement in it because these little cast iron exhaust manifolds will crack, and I didn't want to crack that. This is many times cheaper than if we break that, so I thought it was a good idea. It doesn't, see it?
Yeah.
Just enough to keep you out of trouble.
Okay.
Now we'll get the pipe welded on, and then we'll go up. It might not even fit to the ceiling now. I'll probably take a measurement and see what we're trying to see what we're doing.
Okay.
And get up there and maybe cut the pipe first. I would like to get it as high as possible.
Yeah.
And still have enough pipe. Might even go back and buy another one of those, but
The short pipe?
Yeah, those are only 18 inches. I really planned on cutting the excess off from this, from what I need for my height, for my pipe to go off the side. See, well, you do get another 18 incher from the store would do it because it's 18 on center from here out to the edge of the building, and that elbow, see the elbow gains you some lateral. By the time you slip that pipe all the way into there, if you wanted to, you get about 7.5 inches for free from that. So,
Okay. Well, my package came to the post office, so if we need another one, I could get it. Or you could go, whatever.
They didn't have one at O'Reilly's. They had 2 of these and 1 of them. And that's what we need. So I think we'll be in great shape. We'll get it up there as high as we can and try to get that exhaust and sound up above the roof. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Woo! Come on. There was a quick picture of what he has done here. He needed to build some standoffs or framework for his exhaust pipe. There's a good side view of it. It's hard working by a window and getting it in, but then he built another one here, just like you would a stovepipe going out of a building. And he made this all on his own using this 1-inch flat stock. So he has a chop saw, and then you used your drill press.
Yep.
And your pipe bender? Or did you use your anvil?
Use the vise and the torch to put my bends in. And this gusset here to hold it up and down was just the extra from these. These are just scrap pieces. They were 2-inch by 1/4.
Yeah.
Huh?
All my shop cleaning, I've been stacking up everything.
And then I took the extras and welded them together to make the gusset.
Yeah, he picked up a couple of muffler clamps so that he could fasten that right to the pipe. Let's see, a little better up there. Ah. Right around the pipe, and he was all economical about it. He used the same bolts there going into the framework right there on this side. Real good job. So now we have to put a bend on it and mark a hole in the siding. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll sawzall out the siding?
Or
or maybe...
That's pretty thin. I'll probably maybe drill holes in it and try to cut it. It's not going to be fun.
Yeah.
Corrugated and it's thin.
Yeah.
And kind of springy.
Not that big. Biggest one we got is for doing a door lock.
Probably go over there, but not here maybe.
No. Well. Okay.
Because if we melted it, we'd have to paint. It would screw the paint up on the outside.
There is no paint on this side.
Paint
Oh
on
wait,
the
yeah,
side.
there is.
It'd look terrible if I torched it.
Yeah, they painted the outside of this siding, like that galvanized shiny metal, and on the other side they didn't paint it. Different kind, I guess. But. Got his gasket in there, and he's all bolted together. Hard to see with that back there, but there's your. That shows a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Good job. You got that right out. So you did an elbow from down below. So it's kind of like a S. Straight pipe. You used your 18-inch one and cut it.
Yep. A little bit, just a little bit.
Okay. And fancy with a rain cap. So when it's running, it just pops it open.
So we could take it back apart if we wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and take a sawzall up, or shorten that up even more,
Uh-huh.
and redo that, because it doesn't really need to be out that far, but then I was going to make a little bracket to hold it to the roof here.
Oh, your middle section, you mean?
Yeah, see, that elbow gets you some free length,
Yeah.
so we could actually shorten that up.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay, good job. Let's go inside. As much as we try to get the shop organized, this has been a delay for months because it's just been miserable cold. And today, oh my gosh, it's like 36 degrees all day. It's not warming up, and we can't work in the fields. He ended up, I couldn't find the center bore part for my hole saw, and he decided to just take the torch up there. The cables that he had, hoses, everything were long enough, and he was able to just kind of eyeball it and get that the size that he wanted. And I've got something that we can probably use. He's thinking like some heat resistant caulking. I'm even thinking refractory cement to fill in the gap. You know, it's not perfect, but it got it through. So that's the completion of this job, everybody. I don't know if he's got it tapped into the breaker panel for the electricity or not to be able to power the building. And I'll let you know when we can do a test run of it fully powering the shop. So we'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Bye-bye.